Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about ISTQB, what it is, how to get it, my tips and tricks on how I passed it, and is it even worth it? So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Also, side note, I'm in a hotel room today filming with me and my little microphone, so I hope you can hear me okay, see me okay, because I am filming this on a tablet, so the quality may not be the best. But the content will be, so stay tuned. So let's start off with what actually is ISTQB certification, International Software Testing Qualifications Board. That is the full name of it. That is what it actually means. In a little brief description what it actually means though. It's basically a leading, most recognized certification for software testing out there. Everyone sort of knows it. It's just our industry standard basically. It covers not only the basics of software testing, but also test planning, test management, test analysts, all that kind of stuff as well. And recently I actually went to their website. They also have AI, gaming testing, and so there's like a broad stuff that you can actually find on their website. There are also 3 levels of the certifications: the foundation, the advanced level, and expert level. Usually these are the levels for it, at least for software testing, which we are going to talk about today. That is basically what it is. And yeah, the next question that I thought about was actually, why would you actually need it? And so we are going to talk about the key points that I could think of. Why would you actually need to do the certification, learn for it, use your time and actually prepare for it? It's actually not that easy to pass. There's a lot to read. So yeah, there's a lot of preparation actually you need to do in order to acquire it. Maybe not the foundation level, but also there's still a lot to study. But the advanced and expert level requires a lot of extra knowledge that you have to acquire. So why would you actually need it? To get a job would be my first point. Obviously, this is not always the case. To learn the fundamentals. This is actually a very, very good thing to do when you are starting out. This is where you will learn all of the fundamentals that you actually need. You will gain a lot of how stuff actually works, what actually is testing, how it actually lives within the development life cycle and all throughout. Very, very good thing. I actually passed it when I was starting out, so I am talking based on experience here. Next point is to actually upgrade your skills. I personally feel like there's a huge upgrade for people who have passed it and people who haven't. Just the fundamentals part itself, there's a lot to learn and know about, and if you haven't used it in projects, which you a lot of the time will every project has their own sort of way they do things, so you may not be doing it in the right way or the industry standard way. Yeah, it's a good way to upgrade your skills, especially if you have 0 skills. Next point is actually to have a better looking CV or resume. If you have this written that you have as a part of your certification, a lot of recruiters and the auto recruitment software that is being used to check the resume through are actually checking if you have these certifications, and some are looking for. So you may get a chance, maybe only because you fit their criteria, what they are searching for. Next point is, I personally feel like it shows dedication, that you actually are willing to learn, develop, and you were willing to take the step to learn the basics, which it's like the backbone of testing. I don't know. Next point. It has industry recognition. What this means is everyone knows it. Everyone knows what it is. And if you will see some job applications, there will be ISTQB name. That's the only certification that you will see all around QA, like job listings. ISTQB will be one of those. The next point is actually, there's also a certain code of ethics to follow, and this is sort of the backbone of it. So you will know what to follow and what is actually a good thing, a good practice, the best practice, or not the best practice to do. This will sort of help you maybe steer in the way where you may actually need to go. Then the next point is actually confidence in clients. Looking at the first point and the last point, getting a job and clients recognition or confidence. The thing is, some projects actually require or may take you more on if you have the certification. There are certain procurements actually that require for people applying for government procurement to have this certification. I've seen it being asked. I've been asked to apply for this only because I have the certification, and they needed it only because of that. They didn't even care about my skills. So yeah, very interesting. But these are basically my points. Why would you need it? Obviously there's probably more. These are the ones that I could come up with. Maybe if you also have some good points which could be useful for other people, drop them down below in the comments. Let's see what else I missed. Now my next point would be what types of ISTQB to actually start with, ISTQB certifications to start with. I will only mention two of them, like 2 levels of them. Those are the ones I think give you the biggest return. The first would be foundation level, which is actually like the foundation level is all of the testing fundamentals. If you are starting out, this is a very, very great thing to start with to actually understand how things work. Then you will only need to gain the experience and learn by doing. That is a different thing, but the fundamentals, ISTQB covers all of that. I would even advise for anyone joining to at least read through. They have free resources on their website to read through. You don't even have to go to the exam. You can just, read them, learn them, acquire the fundamentals, and later pass the exam maybe. And then the second type that you can do is test analyst or test manager. Those are the most popular ones. So either test analyst or test manager. Test manager if you maybe want to be a manager at some point, or test analyst maybe to go into more in-depth testing and maybe other fundamentals, more advanced ones. Actually, the second part takes a lot of time. The exam itself was 1.5 hours. The first one I think was 45 minutes, maybe more, maybe less, I can't remember. But yeah, now I'm gonna just share you my experience and my tips and tricks on what got me there. I personally have 2 of the certifications. I have the foundation level and the test manager. These took a very, very long time. Like, not a long time, but I was very busy while I was actually studying for them. I was doing my bachelor, working full-time and studying full-time. I was very busy, and the studying wasn't easy at all. Foundation level, I actually failed in my first foundation level try. It was actually very silly, and I will tell you all about it, what you should look out for. But yes, I have both of them. The second exam, actually, the test manager exam, actually took 1.5 hours. It was very long, and yeah, wasn't easy too. I must say though, the test manager one, a lot of the stuff that was written there in real life, I personally felt like wouldn't work as well. Every project is very different. Even though there are big fundamentals you will follow, there are also a lot of gray areas which will change because of the team, because of the leaders, because of the business needs. So yeah, it's like you will learn how to deal with you will learn about certain problems, but every problem is different, and so it's just take that in mind. Basically, you can actually read the test manager information and you will see for yourself if it applies or doesn't, and if you want to, pursue it. Now I'm gonna give you my tips and what I learned throughout this whole thing. Basically, tip number 1, print out all the materials. That is tip number 1. They are free online. You can see them, you can use them, print them out so you can access them, highlight whatever you are reading, then read through all of that and try to retain as much information as possible and see what actually, you remember. Then start going through with the highlighter to highlight the key points. Then after you read through the second time, find out the exam examples, print them out, and try to go through them, try to pass them and see how you actually do and what you actually need to work on. This is what I actually did a lot, and it's also what helped me pass, well, the second time technically. Then you have to go through whatever you have failed, go through the answers and check out where you actually were wrong. And this is the place where I actually failed and tripped upon, I guess, because there were trick questions. There were just one word that would change the whole answer, and I was rushing to get through the exam, so I missed those parts and I failed. So look out for those. Now do all over it again until you are successful. Read, do the exam, read again, do the exam, read on the places you are failing and why you are failing. Try to understand them, not just read them, but like think through why, the processes or descriptions, what it actually means. And believe me, the information will retain much better. And you do this until you're confident enough to pass. Like, I think you need 70% or 68 something, or 65. And then if you go to the exam, read carefully. That's my tip. Yeah, read carefully, look out for the tricky questions, and you will be good. That is basically it on what is ISTQB, how to pass it, my tips and tricks. And yeah, let me know, guys, down below if you have anything else you can think of, maybe something that helps you guys, maybe something that will help others. Drop it down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. See you in the next one.